Kolkata, 1963. A 10-year-old Pramod Kapoor sees a portrait hanging in his grandfather's office of the legendary Penguin Books founder, Sir Alan Lane. Pramod vows that one day he will become as great a publisher as the man in the portrait. It's 1975. Pramod leaves Benares for New Delhi on a Fokker Friendship propeller plane to begin his first job at Macmillan Publishing.
3 years later, on the 14th of November 1978, Pramod establishes his own publishing house, Roli Books, in the capital city.
Roli is the first in India to publish textbooks in colour, working with the best printers in Singapore, McGraw-Hill FEP. The publishing giant Oxford University Press partners with Roli to publish India's textbooks in colour. The entire textbook market in India is shaken up.
The ball is rolling.
1981, Paris. At the prestigious French publishing house Artaud in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, they risk everything. Roli purchases the rights to The Last Maharajas, a book of unprecedented beauty at a price never experienced in India. At age 28, in an agreement he believes is impossible to fulfill, Pramod promises Artaud he will sell 3,000 copies within 1 month. The clock is ticking. Roli air freights the books overnight to India.
The copies are the most beautiful anyone has ever seen, and they fly off the shelves. Roli Books has arrived. In 1982, Roli boldly charters a plane from the Delhi Flying Club to capture the first aerial photos of the Taj Mahal and Agra. The plane is stationed in Agra for 3 days, making sorties every morning and evening to produce the book, The Taj Mahal and the Glory of Mughal Agra.
Immediately following this, Roli publishes books with the best authors and minds in culture and politics. Following Operation Blue Star, Roli releases the Punjab story to much acclaim. And without missing a beat, The Assassination and After is released just 2 short months after Indira Gandhi is killed. On the 26th January 1985, Roli Books launches the Sunday Mail, the first ever colour Sunday weekly the capital has seen. The Sunday Mail is designed by a London creative and typeset with a machine flown in from Germany. The Sunday Mail quickly establishes itself as a fearless and avant-garde disruptor to the newspaper industry, with the best journalists in the nation. After all, it's the first of its kind. Soon after, Roli begins a non-fiction imprint called Lotus for the Indian market. Lotus books are translated into every regional language. Next, Roli opens an office in Amsterdam, which establishes its international identity to the world. In 2003, the most preeminent publishers from more than 18 countries traveled to India in celebration of Roli Books' 25th anniversary, including the elite Motivin Group. The Victoria and Albert Museum sends the head of the photography department to attend the festivities. In 2004, Kapil and Priya returned to the family business. After graduating from the London School of Economics, Kapil trained in publishing at Columbia and worked at Phaidon. Priya at the Royal Holloway, London School of Economics, and Routledge. They infuse this international perspective and energy into Roli Books.
Over the next few years, Roli goes on to catalogue the depth and breadth of India's vast cultural beauty with the most influential people in the field.
History, design, art, culture, photography, cuisine. Every corner of India is covered. From distant lands to the obscure corners of British archives, Roli curates Indian culture and presents it to the world in its beautiful illustrated books.
The Times of India
writes that Roli Books has the Midas touch in publishing.
In 2007, Louis Vuitton is so enamoured with Roli Books made for Maharajas, it launches the books in its stores across London, Paris, Milan, New York, Berlin, Moscow, and New Delhi.
Mr. Patrick Louis Vuitton himself is so fascinated with the book, he comes out of retirement to launch it, inscribing in his own hand, from the Seine to the Ganga. 1 year later, Roli Books launches its first standalone store, CMYK, in the heart of New Delhi. Roli opens bookstores in Jaipur's Amer Fort, the famous Nalanda bookshop in the Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai, in Chennai, Pondicherry, and Ahmedabad.
In 2011, marking the capital centennial, Roli Books takes the lead in commemorating the founding of the capital city. In partnership with the British Library, it mounts an ambitious exhibition, From Red Fort to Raisina, in central Delhi, followed by exhibitions India and the First World War, the Mughals, and the Ramayana. This continues its long tradition of world-class annual exhibitions.
In 2016, Roli publishes the most comprehensive illustrated biography of Gandhi to date. It sells out in India and goes on to be commissioned in 7 other languages and 9 international editions. Pramod is awarded the Cavalier de la Légion d'honneur, the highest French civilian and military honour for Roli Books' contribution to promoting Indian culture. Since its inception, Roli Books has stood for excellence, enthusiasm, and enlightenment. Today, 40 years later and 1,200 titles published, it is the single largest distributor of art and design books in the subcontinent. Publishing, distribution, retail, fine stationery, commissioned books. Roli presides over a publishing universe with the best authors, artists, publishers, and photographers,
all committed to bringing the world to India and India to the world.
Roli Books,
the custodians of culture.